Hello everyone, today I wanted to show you how we made this cute, quick little card. It uses the Oh So Eclectic stamp set, which is amazing. I love how it has the outline and then like the fillers for things too. So it's really quick to just stamp it again, and it'll look like you spent some time like really coloring things in. But today, actually, we're just using the sentiment, "You're just lovely." We will be using the Coordinating Designer Series paper and the dies, as well as some blue, Night of Navy crinkled ribbon, and some rhinestones. And you can also see a little bit of that shimmer there. There it is. We're going to be using a little bit of Wink of Stella to be doing that too, to kind of make it look like there's a jing on there, on your gem there. All right, so let me show you what we did. It was nothing too complicated. It was a nice, quick, simple little card. So the first thing I did was I took some Whisper White, just a strip of it, and you can just use whatever scrap you have laying around, my 1-inch circle punch, some Emerald Envy ink, and I have my sentiment ready right here. Just pop this open. I always write the name of my color on the actual case of the ink pad. That way, if I'm using a lot of colors at one time, I can always keep track of which is the right one. So you can get one of those fine-tipped Sharpies. Don't get the pen, it doesn't hold, but get the fine-tip Sharpie marker, and you can write the name on there and use multiple colors at once without worrying about messing anything up. So, you're just lovely. Set that off to the side and close this. Okay, don't, stick my knuckles in there. All right, so now that that's done, use our 1-inch circle punch. Punch out our sentiment here. There we go. And that's really all of the actual stamping for this card. We have a little bit more punching and some die cutting using the 1 1/4 inch circle punch. Yep, there it is. So 1 1/4 with some Night of Navy, and just use a scrap of that there too. Scraps are the best. You can get so much made out of those. Let that fly away. All right, so that part's done. I'm just going to set them over here by my sentiment. I did use the 2 dies from the coordinating die set, and let me show you how I did that there. So I'm going to move a little bit more out of the way so I can get the big shot. All right, so for that, I use the magnetic plate. Magnetic platform. It's not a plate. I have some Emerald Envy here, and we made these at class, so you can see everybody had lots of fun cutting those out. So you're going to put your cardstock onto the platform and set the detailed die down first. I found that the easiest way to cut this, because they don't fit at the same time. The outline die is just a little too tight to fit that. What this die does is it cuts the inside, my plate here, it cuts the inside while leaving the rest of the cardstock around it still attached. There it goes. So that was run number 1, and we're going to pull it around and change dies and run it through again. See, you can see that the basic shape that we want is still in here. And I'm going to just use my fingernails to poke a little bit extra there. I have my die brush over here for cleaning out these pieces. So we'll just do that in a minute to get it all cleaned out. Okay, so now we have what's left of this here. So we want to keep this part. So we're going to lay the outline die over it and get it lined up just right, and then run it through the big shot. So in order to make sure it stays, because this magnetic platform does a great job of holding things, but I can't have it sliding at all, I'm going to put a Post-it note, the sticky, right over the die and the paper to make sure it stays. I really doubt it will go anywhere with this magnetic platform, but I just don't want to run any risk of it messing up. I'm having a hard time talking today, so you'll just have to forgive me. All right. Okay. Thank you, Big Shot. See you later. All right. Oh, look, it worked. there it is. Beautifully cut. We just had to run it through 2 times. Just a quick little run through. All right, let me move this out of the way as well. Okay, so we're going to set this here with our other pieces. Set that down there. All right, let me pull the card back in frame so you can see it. Okay, so I used Pool Party for the base here. I already scored it, so just fold it in half. We have our beautiful Designer Series paper. And it has this really awesome, looks like watercolor on canvas. I just love it. I'm trying to show you the texture, but being flat paper, it doesn't actually show texture, but it has a textured print on it. And it's really cool. It's great for some moody sea settings. Okay, so here's our ribbon. And, oh, I forgot my scissors again. Let me go grab them. Sorry. Okay, here I am. And with adhesive, isn't that handy? Man, I really am having a hard time this morning. Okay, now we have scissors. All right, cut this here. Just a little bit extra, flip around the back. I always cut them at an angle, so they're always ready to have exposed ends. If they're going to be a tag or a bow, you want angled ends to keep them from fraying. All right, flip this over. Run that across, just a little across to the top spot there. And we're going to use this to basically cover up the cut edge of our Designer Series paper. Right there. And flip it under. And the same thing over here. There it is. I'm going to put a bit more adhesive. I like to put some over the ends of my ribbon to make sure that they stay tucked up in there. So just a little bit more there. Place this along the bottom of our cardstock. Now the card base itself is 4 1/4 inches wide, along here. And I cut this paper to be 4 inches wide here, so it kind of sets in just a little bit. And I think I cut it at 3 inches tall. It might be 2 1/2. Let's see. I have a rumply piece of grid paper. I really am having a hard time talking today. Sorry. Yes, so 3 inches. Okay. So cut at 3 inches by 4 inches, and you can get a lot of out of your Designer Series paper if you cut them at about the 3 or 4 inch marks. Okay, so we have that done. Now we're just going to, I'm going to put just a tiny bit of adhesive along the sides of this here. If you have the fine tip glue pen, it works really well on this too. You can just put just a dot on the edges without making a mess of it or tearing your gem here. One thing to remember with your fine tip glue pen, make sure you put the lid on after each use. All right, stick that down there. You're just lovely. Put that on with a little bit of fast fuse too. Just goes on flat on our, this is not focusing right now. Focus, there we go. Okay, so stick that on here. And we use a dimensional to pop it up just a little bit. So here, hopefully I could peel the back off in one go. Let's see. There it is. All right, awesome. Okay, just gonna pop that there. And I did wait to put my gem on and to do my Wink of Stella. And I did that just so I could put it in the right spots. So this, let me make sure there's some in the end down there. All right. So we just brush a little bit on. There. You see it? Oh yeah, you can really see it on there. Awesome. Okay, last but not least is we have to have some real bling with our paper bling. So I'm going to use my paper piercer here to help lift these off. Kind of. And just push it over into the other one. There it is. And just dot them on. I'm putting 3 on there. Things look best in groups of odd numbers. So I like to work in odd numbers when I can. And there it is. The card is done. Thank you so much for coming by to see this cute little card today. Hope you enjoyed the video and were able to learn some cool tips or tricks. If you would like to get more videos, be sure to hit subscribe. I would love to show you things all the time. I will talk to you later and come back next time. Have a great day. Happy stamping!